Hi there, Taurus. Welcome to your December 2017 reading. My name's Jessi. I'm working out of the Service Unseen, which is my blog and my spiritual journal. So you had one card so far pop up while I've been shuffling the deck. The Page of Rods over here. So I kind of like keeping all the little cards that fling out as a separate entity, maybe more like an energy for the whole reading. So maybe this is a message that you've been waiting for. So I already shuffled the cards and I kind of feel pretty good about them, so I'm just going to flip them over. Got Temperance, Ten of Swords, King of Swords, and underneath that, Ace of Rods. So here we go, Temperance, Ten of Swords, and the King of Swords. Alright, so Ace of Rods was underneath the deck, and I kind of feel like that, along with Page of Rods, is sort of explaining to me that there is something that you're waiting for a start. So I guess it's validation for a start. Maybe it's just knowing that whatever you decide, it's like okay. I kind of see Rods as more of like your everyday, day-to-day work or domestic life. I think in the context of all the other cards, there's been some, I don't know, this has been like a period of waiting. Maybe the Temperance card is asking you for just a little bit more patience and just to kind of guide you through all this, whatever's going on right now. Because Ten of Swords for me, this is like a really kind of like devastating card, to say the least. I mean, you've been experiencing some hardship and some pain, and a lot of times Ten of Swords, it's like a lot of mental anguish. It's not necessarily just physical anguish, but it can also be definitely of the mind and the spirit. And King of Swords, he's not like necessarily my favorite king of the deck, but I think some of his good qualities are that he is not impervious to bad stuff, but he's like a little bit harder around the edges, a little bit more thick-skinned, I'd say. But I think in this context, it's like trying to remind you that you don't necessarily always have to be hard and calloused and thick-skinned. I think sometimes when we put up a front, it makes us not deal with the tough stuff and the bad stuff, and it makes us maybe even hurt more. So let me pull a few clarifiers with my Rider-Waite deck. I kind of like to just read these general readings very quickly because, I don't know, I feel like sometimes you just need a message, you don't really need like too much more information. Plus these are general readings, so we'll see if this, applies to you. But I think generally for this, I think it's talking about maybe like your home life. Maybe there's something going on that you've been waiting for. Maybe you're trying to break free of something or trying to start something and you just kind of feel like you're stuck and you haven't quite been able to create what you want or been able to get out of it, and it brings you pain. But hopefully, let's see if there's any more clarifications with this Rider-Waite. Okay, got the Hermit, Strength, and the Chariot. Okay, so the Hermit is kind of a card of introspection, isolation, being alone. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be like alone, that you're lonely. It can mean like, you're alone and that you're figuring yourself out, which there's nothing wrong with that. Strength, I think, is the strength to be able to really put that together and implement it, and giving you yourself strength to be able to come up with your own conclusions. And the Chariot here, I feel like, is the movement towards that and the ability to really push through. I think it's kind of connected with this Temperance card, and that, I mean, you have a lot of like 4 major arcana here. So I kind of feel like you've been waiting, and it's going to come. Just like be a little bit more patient. But I think the key to really knowing and being able to recognize when the situation arises is when you truly find the conclusion that you've been looking for on your own. Even though that might be hard, just know that you have the strength to be able to do it. And that, sometimes when I am going through tough stuff, I always like ask, my spirit guides or my angels to watch over me and to help guide me towards the right decision. It's hard sometimes to be able to really listen to them, or to be able to even listen to your own intuition and yourself. But I think, you don't want to be stuck in your mind like the King of Swords. You know what I mean? And you don't want to be stuck in this anguish. But I guess I just want to reiterate to you that you have the power to be able to create your own beginning. And part of me feels like this might be something that you've really been planning, that you really need to leave. I don't know. I just keep getting that feeling of like, I gotta leave. So I don't know. Good luck to you. Best wishes. I hope everything is good. Alright, Taurus. Thanks very much. See ya.